What's going on, beautiful traders? It's your boy Adrian back with another video. Listen, check me out. Check me out. Bing, bam, boom, bada bap beam, or however that goes. Yo, listen, it's a brand new week coming up, and what we're gonna do is our weekly forecast for GBPJPY. You know your boy has to do it. But before we do our forecast, let's look at last week to see how it played out. And this week, I am gonna do my markup, give you all a play, what I'm gonna be looking for this week coming up, and take it from there. So let's dive into this thing. I'm not on my usual setup, as you can probably tell. My laptop is just on the slower level right here on the table. But hey, I'm here. Let's go. Let's dive in. All right, so here we are on the 1 hour chart. Last week we ended off here last week, right? With this little bearish, I guess I want to call it maybe a doji candle right here. And I had basically mentioned that I looked for price to drop, and I had targets marked up. Price more than, it went right through those targets, which was phenomenal. Before pushing down, it actually came back to retest this zone right in here. Oh, it retested. What is going on? Here we go. It retested this zone right in here. Let me just change that to level, right? Which was a nice, clean break, came back for the retest and just dropped. That was nice altogether from this level down, let's say to this target here, 207 pips. And we're sitting at currently about 270 pips, which is nice. All right, let's clear this. Move up, move up to the weekly time frame, and let's take a look at this thing. All right, so here we are on the weekly time frame. Already we can see that double top formation right in here. And as I mentioned previously, there's that divergence on the weekly time frame right in there, right? So we see that last week had this strong bearish momentum pushing to the downside. Let's jump down to the lower time frame to see what else we can gather. Let's head down to the daily and start to mark up our zones, right? So again, we have this resistance level here, right? And we had lots of rejection in that level. We had bearish momentum the last few days, like 1, 2, 3, 4. So essentially 4 days of strong bearish movement. And we had this strong bearish candle on Friday, which, is telling me that price is still looking to push down further. We are currently sitting here at this level of support. I'm gonna mark that up as support. We're currently sitting here. So what I wanna see just from this time frame here is essentially, if price will continue to push down. I want to see if it pushes down, look for a retest and then a continuation, right? So that's one option based on this time frame here. Alternatively, possibly a pullback into this zone right here for a retest and then push down like that, right? But nonetheless, I still have that bearish bias. Let's jump down to the 4 hour. Let's take a look and see what we can gather. Right, so as I mentioned, we're just sitting at that level of support. Let me just push this down right in here, right there, like that. And let's look at some possible trend lines. Again, I love trend lines. Trend lines are my go-to when I trade. Let's look at possibly on the 4 hour. Let's see what we can see here. So first off, if price were to, for instance, let me just do this here. If price were to pull back to this trend line, okay, and then continue down, I'd be looking for sells. If price came to this trend line, broke this trend line above, came back to retest to push up, I'd be looking for buys, right, at that point there, right? But as it stands right now, just with the momentum, I'll be looking for a pullback into that trend line right here. And I would wait to see, right, what that trend line would do. Also as well, not only that trend line, but this zone right in here, right? Let me jump down to the 1 hour time frame, okay? Yeah, so this zone right in here is definitely something that piques my interest, right? So for this week coming up, what I want to see is essentially, as I mentioned on the 4 hour time frame, is a pullback into here, potentially touching that trend line. Once that trend line is touched, I want to see it, you know, continue that downward momentum and have it essentially break this level of support, retest it, and continue it on the way down, right? That's what I want to see, okay? If that happens for targets, what I would look for is essentially, for targets, I'll look for right in here and definitely right here. Let me lock that in place. Definitely right here. And if it continues lower, right here, something like that, okay? So my bias is still bearish for the week. I'll be first looking for a pullback. I'll wait to see what price wants to do at this level here. Again, if it bounces off this trend line, I'm looking for sells to the downside, waiting for bearish momentum here, sells to the downside. If it breaks and retests this trend line, I'll be looking for buys to the upside, right? But my overall bias is a bearish bias on the week up ahead, right? So that's all I got for this video here. Listen, one thing GJ loves is when you guys smash the like button. Just give it a good smash. Give it a good pounding. Just pound the smash button. You know what I'm saying? But no, if you've stayed this long, you've enjoyed the video, seriously, give it a smash. Hit subscribe. Let me know if you're enjoying the content. You know what I'm saying? Leave me a little note. Let's continue this, man. I want to grow this channel into a big community. I'm doing this more or less to give back to y'all. And just kind of share with y'all what I've learned over the years doing day trading. That's it. That's all I got for this video. As I always say, speak truth and speak life. Your boy's out.